Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. This is draw 4 of the weekend. Again, this is an all-women's Bonspiel. Take you guys over to Cinco Rectangle so we can keep an eye on who our teams are playing for this fourth draw. We'll run through in just a moment of all the different teams so that way we can keep an eye on how everybody's doing. So again, hopping over to sheet A, we have Team White versus Team Orange over there. So Team White is led by Skip Ann Pfeiffer, Julie Delabalvi, Stephanie Mays, and Carly Lawson. And then we also have Team Orange over here too, which is led by Skip Casey DeHardick, Sarah Bush, Michelle Simmons, and Linda Crank. And then we have sheet B over here, which is Team Tan versus Team Gray. So Team Tan is led by Skip Sarah Calicut, Megan Wright, Steph Murphy, and Heidi Gollinger. Then we also have Team Gray, which is led by Skip Amelia Gould, Lydia Gould, Marin Cross, and Madeline Westmoreland. And Team Gray is our junior team. So again, they are the only junior team out here on the ice for this Bonspiel. So pretty awesome to have them too. See, moving on to sheet C over here. We have Team Red versus Team Blue. Team Red is led by Jen Mogavero, Crystal Stasic, Allie Athens, and Catherine Highington. Then we also have over on sheet D, we have Team Brown versus Team Purple. Team Brown is led by Skip Kathy Carson, Chelsea Conley, Becky Curtis, and lead Erica Darnell. Taking a look back over on Cinco Rectangle for you guys. So just giving you guys a recap on this weekend before the games get a little more exciting towards Skip Stones over here. So this is our last draw for today. Hopefully we'll be finishing up around 6 p.m. Eastern time today. Tomorrow we have 2 draws. We have the final draw 5 starting at 9 p.m. and then the actual finals of the entire weekend, the whole entire Bonspiel, they'll be starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. So we'd love to have you guys join back here at the Charlotte Curling YouTube channel. If you're not already, go ahead and click that red subscribe button on your screen. Then feel free to hit that notification bell too, so that way you get notified when we start our live streams this weekend. looks like on sheet A, B, and D, we're on to skip, no, sorry, Vice Stones over here for you guys. So again, keep an eye on that Cinco rectangle view for you guys. We're going to take a look for you guys at sheet A and B as they're the furthest along in the game. So again, on sheet A we have Team White versus Team Orange, and sheet B we have Team Tan versus Team Gray. So looking, focusing over on sheet A, it's looking like Team Orange currently sitting 2 inside the house. Pretty awesome. Sheet B, definitely an easy house to figure out the score, right? Team Tan currently sitting at 2, it looks like. For those of you just joining, welcome. This is the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. This is draw 4 of the third draw of today, draw 4 of the weekend. We're thrilled to have you guys join us here. Again, if there's a team you would like to see, just feel free to type in the chat, cheer them on. I'll even personally go tell them myself that you guys are watching. So again, pretty awesome to have you guys here watching this all-women's Bonspiel. So pretty awesome there. That last throw on sheet A from Team Orange, definitely pretty cool. They're now sitting 3 in the house. Pretty darn awesome there. Team Gray definitely make an effort here, canceling out one of Team Tan's, but Red is still sitting shot over there on sheet B. So So this is the start of the fourth draw here. So again, um, all teams are still in their first end here. So let's see. Team Orange is on their last rock of the first end. Um, all sheets now are on skipstones. So again, we will update you very shortly on sheets C and D here. Taking you back over to single rectangle here. See, sheet C, it does look like, ooh, based on that one, it looks like they're still only sitting, it seems like, one for Team Red. Sheet D, ooh, that one's close to tell. That's close. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether to tell you if it's one purple or one a brown rock inside sheet D, and that's very, very hard to tell. We're going to take you back to sheet A and sheet B again. Sheet A and sheet B are both on their last rocks of the first end. So there you go, sheet B, Team Gray just throwing through that house. They're already finding the ices either pretty quick or they're just throwing too hard over there. Sheet A, they're still deciding, led by Skip and Pfeiffer over there, trying to decide what shot she's going to make. Looking on sheet B, that's the last rock for the tan team right there. Over on sheet B, so the last rock for the game there. Let's see where that one lands. It is sailing through the house. So there is one for Team Tan right there. So, and they are onto their second end. Looking over on sheet A. And looks like it's 2, maybe 3 for Team Orange over there. We'll have to wait for official confirmation on sheet A. Let's take a look at C and D though, so we can see what's going on over there in terms of game progress. They are both on. They are both the last rocks over here for the first end. And official confirmation on sheet A, that was 2 for Team Orange. There we go. Last rocks on sheet C and D. And blue team is sweeping furiously. Tapped one of theirs. It looks like red team is currently sitting 2. Yeah, I'd say red team probably sat 2 on in terms of sheet C, and it looks like on sheet D. Sheet D is just 1 for purple. So there we go. We're taking you back on over to Cinco Rectangle so we can see. So again, these early ends, it's very hard to tell whether they want to be sweeping or not, because again, we just did have a game an hour ago, right? So, and they did respread the ice, but again, it's just very hard to tell, and they're still trying to decide how the ice is currently acting right now in all these games. So. Just to recap the scores right now, every game is currently on the second end. We'll start with sheet A and work over to sheet D. So sheet A, we have Team White versus Team Orange. Team Orange currently has 2 on the scoreboard. Although if you're looking in the house in the bottom left corner of your screen there, it's looking like Team Orange is currently sitting 1. Although here comes another rock from Team White, and it looks like, oh, that is so close to tell. I can't tell if Team White is currently. It looks like Team White with the Red Rocks over there currently is sitting 1 now, out counting that orange rock in the bottom right corner of that house over there on the on sheet A. So again, I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Looks like Team Orange is coming out of the hack right there again. See what happens with this rock. Very, very curious to see. I mean, they're just going for the right side of that house. So maybe they'll draw on the left side of the house. Maybe they'll also draw on the right side of the house. We'll see. Oh, they're coming down the center guarding it. They're sweeping. It's probably going to go in the house. Yep, does go in the house. Not enough, though, to outcount. I guess we'll have to see what happens over there. We'll stay tuned with sheet A. Moving on over to sheet B. Again, in the second end, Team Tan currently sitting 1. Team Gray sitting 0 on the scoreboard. It does look like Team Gray just made a shot, though. So, again, it's coming down the sheet right now. We'll see where it does land inside the house. It's coming. And they did take out one of Team Tan's. So Team Tan is now only sitting 2 inside the house for this second end. We'll just see where that takes it. Looks like Team Blue over on sheet C also just shot 1 straight through the house again. So again, there is currently no score for the second end on sheet C. The blue team currently has a guard up. So again, that would be nice. It's mostly a center guard there. Let's see what Team Blue does here. Making this throw. Oh, I'm sorry, Team Red over on sheet C here. Again, just too heavy through the house. That's looking like hack weight. Maybe even heavier. So we'll move on over to sheet D. Again, there's only 1 rock in the house over here, so so currently on the scoreboard we have 1 for purple, 0 for brown. Although purple is currently sitting 1 in the house, they do also have 1 guard up near the hog line too. So again, I didn't see that one right away either. Here comes Team Brown with the shot. Let's see where that ends up coming. Taken out. That one from purple still biting over there at the very, very back of the house, but Brown now currently sitting 1 on this second end. So while we're waiting for Skip Rocks, let's talk about one of our sponsors, Davos State Vineyards. North Carolina ranks 7th amongst the top wine producing regions inside the United States. Davos State Vineyards is a vineyard, winery, and private event venue located near Lake Norman State Park, just 35 miles north of Charlotte. Set on a stunning 60-acre property, Davos State Vineyards is open to the public 4 days a week, offering live music and food trucks on weekends. Davos State Vineyards is also available to host all of life's milestone moments, from birthdays and anniversaries to proposals, weddings, and corporate events. Davos State Vineyards facilities include a winery, tasting room, art gallery, event pavilion, and acres of grapes. Contact Davos State Vineyards at DavosStateVineyards.com. That's DavosStateVineyards.com, or by phone at 704-528-3882. You can also follow them on Instagram at Davos State Vineyards. Davos State Vineyards, makers of award-winning wine in North Carolina. So again, those of you just joining, welcome. This is the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. This is an all-women's Bonspiel here at the Charlotte Curling Club, and we're even featuring on sheet B today, a juniors team as well. So again, pretty awesome to have that here. Again, lots of awesome shots happening on all sheets today. Again, scores are all updated on all sheets. Again, all sheets are currently in the second end of this draw. So I see we have another person join. Welcome. This is the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. Again, an all-women's Bonspiel here. We're thrilled to have you guys join on YouTube. And again, the War Room has plenty of open spots. If you guys do want to come join us in person, we'd love to have you here as well. Again, once we get down to skip stones over, actually, it looks like on sheet B we're already on skip stones. So in just a moment, once we get down to final skip stones, we'll feature sheet B so we can take a closer look and see who scores in this second end. Again, all teams currently right now are in the second end. So we'll see what happens here as we are just early on in draw 4. I'm talking about the next games in the next day or so. Tomorrow we're going to have 2 draws. The final regular draw beginning at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, all Eastern times. And we're also going to have the finals for this All-American All-Women's Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club starting at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, right back here on the Charlotte Curling YouTube page. Again, if you're not already subscribed, feel free to hit that red subscribe button. We'd love to have you. And feel free to hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified of when we do go live tomorrow for our Draw 5 and our finals of this Bonspiel and future Bonspiels as well. So again, we are thrilled to have you guys on for here today. Again, if there is a team that you guys are rooting for out there, feel free, type in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. And I will even go personally tell them myself that you are watching on YouTube and cheering. So, again, would love to see any chats. Make it more interesting over here for me. By the way, I suppose I haven't introduced myself. My name's Trevor Suarez. I'll be joining you guys for the entire game of this 4th draw here today. So we'll see how this progresses. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and feature sheet B for you guys. Oh, it looks like sheet A is also on skipstone. So let's take a look on sheets A and B for you guys. So that way we can get a little bit closer look at what's going on both of these sheets. Again, if you aren't familiar with curling terms, again, feel free. If I see something that you don't know what it is and you want to know more, feel free to type in the chat. I know I've said Bonspiel, so that's a curling competition. Let's see, I've said house. So those are the circle rings. So that's where our teams are trying to score inside of today. Again, the whole point of the game, we are trying to get as many of our team's stones, right, closest to the center of that house. So there's a little pin over there, so right on the dot is what you like to sometimes say too. Again, sheet B, they're trying to really screw up some stones over there. That was a heavy, heavy stone coming in. It was just flying over there on sheet B. Okay, so it does look like on sheet B, the final rock for Team Tan is in queue. Almost ready to be shot over here, so we'll see what happens. By the way, if I do say shot rock at any point today, that is the closest rock to the center of the house. Again, the house is those rings. If you were just joining us, welcome. This is the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. We are thrilled to have you join us here on the YouTube channel. Again, if you are not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and then hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we do go live. The next two draws, both tomorrow, one at 9 a.m. and then the finals at 1 p.m. tomorrow, all Eastern times, back here at the Charlotte Curling Club on YouTube. Again, this is the last rock for Team Tan on sheet B over here. And it looks like on both A and B, it looks like both of the yellow rock teams, so Team Orange on sheet A and Team Gray on sheet B, getting ready to throw their last rocks for this second end. Currently, we are in draw 4. All games are in the second end. What am I trying to say? Okay, second end over here. Again, very curious to see what happens over here on sheet A and B. And then after that, we'll take you over to sheet C and D because they are also not too far behind on skip rocks. Sheet A, Casey DeHardig just throwing her last stone for her team over there on sheet A. Let's see where this ends up. Is it coming in the house? Taking out one of the red ones. So they are now sitting 2. So Team Orange taking away 4 rocks there for the second, taking away 2 for the second and bringing them to a total of 4 going into now the third end. The hammer will remain with Team White. Oh, actually, sorry, they're not done with the game. Sorry. They are not done with the game. So sorry. They're not done with the end. Okay. I totally missed the score on sheet B because they're done. So I will wait to report back on that one. So we'll feature sheet A so we can take a closer look at how they're doing over here. So as soon as sheet A throws their last rock and then scores, we will move on to sheet C and D here for you guys because they are on final skip stones on sheet B, sheet C and sheet D. They are just throwing their first skip stones over here. So let's see, Anne's throwing her last shot over here for the second end. See where this ends up going over here. If you look in the bottom right corner of your screen, again, she's just trying to out count and does. Okay, so again, White is taking 1. Okay, we're going to take a look at sheet C and D for you guys. So again, we have Team Red versus Team Blue on sheet C. Again, this will be the final rock on sheet C. So we are going to go ahead and feature sheet C for you guys. And here we go. There's the last rock thrown for sheet C and the second end by Team Blue. And they're just trying to draw in the house there. And they are able to take 2. So tying it up over here on the second end. Okay, we're going to move on over to sheet D so we can see how this game ends up finishing out for you guys. And if you were just joining us, welcome to the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. This is draw 4 of the Bonspiel. We are thrilled to have you guys join us here on the YouTube. Again, an all-women's Bonspiel. So this is the only all-women's Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. So pretty special. We're also featuring a juniors team on sheet B. So we'll get to them in a little bit later today. Again, looking on sheet D, they're just trying to get a biter over there. Not quite as heavy as they were expecting. We are now on to, that was the last rock for Team Purple. Now we're looking at the last rock for Team Brown over here on their second end. All other games in the Bonspiel are in their third end. So we will go back to Cinco Rectangle in a little bit, so that way we can keep an eye on all of our games here. So here we go. Skip Kathy Carson again coming into the hack. Yeah, I'm getting ready to throw her last rock for the second end. Again, she is trying to tell right now, like, make sure that her vise is having the proper broom, so that way she has the proper line going into making her last shot. I'm pretty sure she's just going to go for a draw, just because she's already shot rock and has multiple to score. So we'll see how this one ends up playing out. Hopefully it does not hit any of the other yellows, although it does seem to be narrow. So that was a little unfortunate there. A little unfortunate there. It was a little narrow, but that's okay. It's looking like three red for that one. So that brings Brown to 3 purple 1. So we're going to take you back on over to Cinco Rectangle, so that way we can keep an eye on all of our games going on today. And then we'll start, that's not Cinco Rectangle, there we go. So we'll start over with sheet A and then work our way to sheet D for you guys. So we're going to start off with sheet A over here, take a look at what's going on. Again, all games are in their third end now. Sorry, I forgot to update sheet D over there. So yeah, all games are on their third end on this fourth draw over here. So let's take a look over on sheet A, see what's going on. It's looking like Team White currently sitting 2 inside the house. Team Orange is trying to make an effort over there. They do have 1 guard up, and right where the skip, right where the skip's standing over, it seems like Casey over there with that yellow rock, right where she was standing over, right in the upper left corner of that house over there. There is a yellow just biting over there. Here comes another yellow. See what they're going to do. If they're going to try and shake up. It's just too. Oh, it did hit. It did hit. Although, unfortunately, red is still sitting 2 for Team White over there. But orange did manage to hang on and keep both of them touching the house. So, again, kudos to Team Orange for that one. Probably not the shot they were looking for, though. But, hey, that's okay. There's still plenty more time in this third end. I'm gonna just check the book quick to see if anybody is on. Nobody's on skip stones yet, but we're definitely on vice stones on A and B. So we will go ahead and check on with A and B in a little bit just to see. So in case you are new to curling and aren't aware of some of the terms I'm talking about, a vice is the third person to throw rocks, and the person who calls the shot when the skip, which is the last person to throw rocks, and is the person who is normally calling the shots down there. So if you look at the top of the screen of the Cinco rectangle view here, you can see all the skips right there are the ones pointing their broom and telling people where to aim for. So yeah, shout out to any new curlers out there watching. We're happy to have you join us on the Charlotte Curling YouTube channel. So taking a look on over to sheet B, it does look like Team Tan is sitting 1 at the moment for this third end. So let's see, Team Gray just made a shot, so let's see where this just threw a stone, so let's see where this comes in. I did bump a Team Tan into the house, although they are going to try and sweep it out. Did not change the score of how they're currently sitting for this third end, so hey, that's good news there. Looking over at sheet C now. Again, they're still in the third end. This one is probably the most exciting game just because they are tied up at the moment. So again, every stone counts here. So let's see the Team Blue getting ready to make their shot here. So let's see, you can see on that third from the left. Let's see where this Team Blue shot ends up. They're going for a takeout, and they did sit right behind that other red one and did take out. So that was nice. Nice shot done by Team Blue there. Team Blue now currently sitting 1 in the house. Looking over on sheet D, also in their third end, Brown sitting 3 in the scoreboard right now, Purple 1 in the house for the third end. Purple is sitting 1 at the moment, outpacing the brown one. So again, 1 for purple. Again, I think they're trying to look for 2, maybe 3 here to just itch ahead. So we'll see what ends up happening on sheet D. So for now, I'm going to shift over to. We'll hang on 1 more shot for each sheet, and then we're going to shift over to sheets B and C. So that way we can feature for their final rocks of the third end. We will now go ahead and switch over to sheets A and B for you guys. Let's see, A and B, here we go. So again, very fierce competition going on over here. On sheet A, let's see. Looks like Team White's currently sitting 1. Let's see what happens over here because we're coming up on the end of Skip Stones here. So, and again, Skip is the last person to throw. Skip's the last person to throw rocks on every team. They're normally the lead of the team. Well, the leader of the team, the captain. You could say it that way. But there's also the position lead, which they're the first person to throw rocks here. So if you're fairly new to curling, I'll try and fill you in on some of the terms here. So looking on sheet B, this is the last rock for this end. So we will see what happens here. I'll feature them real quick. So let's see how this ends up playing out for them. Oh my gosh. That was an incredible Team Gray. Team Gray having hammer just nailed 3 in the house. That is incredible shot for Team Gray. So we're going to take on over to sheet A again so we can check out how they are progressing so far. Again, that was incredible. Team Gray, congratulations. Kudos to you guys. That was an incredible shot by Amelia Gould, the skip of that team. So, again, congratulations. Looking on sheet A, this is the last rock for Team White over here. Team Orange still has one more because they have hammer. Okay, here we go. Last shot on Team A, or Sheet A over here. Then we're going to take you over to Sheet C, it appears like. So we'll see what happens right here. There you go. Last shot for Team C, just thrown. See what ends up happening right here. Keep an eye on the upper right corner of your screen. Looks like 1, 2, at least 3 for Team Orange there. Not sure if that's 3 or 4 for Team Orange, but we'll take a look over to Sheet C now. So that was the last rock just thrown right there for the blue team. But it looks like Team Red does have one more to throw yet. So That was 3 for the yellow on sheet A. For those of you who were looking at, again, we were all looking at sheet A right there. So again, they did score 3 in that second end, or that third end, excuse me. So that brings it to 5-1 over on sheet A. So pretty awesome. We'll see what happens here on sheet C. So stay posted. They're about to get in the hack and start shooting. And there we go. Last rock of the third end for them over on sheet C. So if you look in the upper right corner of your screen, you can see that last red rock coming in, although it looks like it's just dying. And curling a ton right there too. Holy cow. They're sweeping as much as they can. Was not able to make it in. So it looks like just one red on that end. So red is definitely taking the lead. A given back hammer to team blue. We'll take you on over to sheet D so we can see what's going on over here. Again, this is the last game of the third end. Everybody else is already on the fourth end. So and that was the first skip stone for purple team right there. This is the last rock for Team Brown over here for the third end, so we'll see where that one lands. There you go, it just landed. Looks like they're sitting only one for the brown team. Purple team still has one more stone to be thrown, so so let's just see what happens here at the end of their third end here. Excuse me. There you go, last rock just thrown for the purple team right here. Let's see where this one ends up. takeout for that brown one. Can't tell based on my view. Possibly. I'll have to update you guys on that score once we get it. Let's go back on over to Circle Rectangle and check on into all our other games over here. We'll go from sheet A to sheet D and give you guys a little game progress on all the games going on today. So sheet A, again, all games are on their fourth end in this fourth draw. So sheet A, Team White versus Team Orange. They're looking like, let's see. It's looking like Team White's currently sitting 2 inside the house. Although here comes the Team Orange. Just too heavy, did not curl enough. They were trying to either nick and sit, like tap and sit, right? Off of the red rock that's in the white ring on the left side of that house. Again, just did not curl enough, or the shot was too wide. A couple different options there. Looking on over to sheet B, looking like, I can't tell if those are biters or not at the top. So it could be either 2 or 4 with tan right now. Gray team, again, just sent another one down the sheet. So we'll see where that one lands here. Again, through the house. So again, sheet B could be 2 or 4 tan in that house, which is insane. Moving on over to sheet C, it's looking like Team Blue is just sitting 1 at the moment. Although Team Red might have a biter in the top left corner, but they'll definitely also have 1 in the house too. But again, Team Blue is currently sitting 1. That'd be great for them. That's what Team Blue needs. Really needs 2 to push them ahead. And they do have hammer, so that means when they have hammer, they have the last shot of each of this end. So they have last shot advantage, which is pretty nice. And looking at sheet D over here, let me see if I have a score update. I do have a score update for you. It is 2 purple, 3 brown. So we are already back down to, looks like we're back down to skipstones already on A and B. So we're going to flip you over to A and B so we can check those games out a little bit closer. If you are just joining the stream, welcome to the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. This is the fourth draw of this all-women's Bonspiel happening this weekend. This is the final draw of today, but we do have two more draws coming at you tomorrow. Draw 5 being at 9 a.m. all Eastern times, and then there is the finals for the whole Bonspiel happening at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow as well. So if you're not already, feel free to hit subscribe, stay posted on the channel when we get notified, hit that notification bell so that way when we do go live tomorrow, you'll be notified as well. So definitely before the finals, we will be starting at least a couple minutes before that. So again, if you want to be notified, feel free to hit that notification bell. So again, I see we have some new people join us again, so welcome. This is the 2022 All-American Women's Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. This is the fourth draw of the weekend. So again, more Bonspiels coming tomorrow. More draws coming tomorrow. So sorry. So yeah, we're featuring A and B right now because they are furthest along in the fourth end. All games currently happening right now on the ice are in the fourth end. So if you look on sheet B, if you want to keep an eye on all your other teams, that top right view is your best bet if you want to keep an eye on all the games. So looking on sheet B, this is the last rock. Actually, this is the last rock for the whole end for them. So let's take a look at sheet B very closely. Still going to be a little slow if I were to guess. Sitting 1. So Team Tan's going to take 1 from that one. So they are now at sitting at 5. Let's take again over to sheet A a little bit closer so we can see how they wrap up this end here. Again, if you have a particular team that you are cheering for or a particular player you are cheering for, feel free to type in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. And I will personally go tell them myself. I'll run down to the ice and tell them, hey, so-and-so is cheering for you on YouTube. So again, we'd love to have you cheer and root on your favorite teams and your favorite players this afternoon. Looks like A and C are at the same point in play game, but I do not know if I have an A and C view, so let me, as I do not have an A and C view. So we'll stay on A for just a moment and we'll give you a single rectangle so you can keep an eye on all your favorite teams here. Okay, this is looks like last shot for the third end um, for team. Let's see, Team Orange and Team Red. Ooh, the Team Orange shot definitely pronouncing shot over there from that last one. So again, when you're sitting shot, you're closest to the center of the house. Okay, so we'll see what happens on sheets A and C here, as these will be the final throws for the third end. Or I'm sorry, the fourth end. My apologies. On sheet A over there, take out. Red rocks over there. A lot of them sitting in the house. So it looks like 3 for blue on sheet C. I'll keep you posted on those official scores when they have them, but both teams are moving on to the fifth end over here. So we're going to stay on the Cinco rectangle view for just a little bit more here before we'll switch over to sheet D so we can see the end of their fourth end. I see we have some new viewers, so welcome. Glad to have you on. This is the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. This is an all-women's bonspiel, so again, we are thrilled to have you guys excited and pumped up watching I shouldn't say all, but most of the Charlotte Curling women out here today. So we're also featuring juniors team out here too, so they are on sheet B. They are the gray team. Okay, we're going to go ahead and feature sheet D. This is the last throw of the fourth end for them for Team Brown. Actually, sorry, this is their first skip throw. They'll have one more throw after this. I did not see they had one more rock down there too. I do have some score updates. Team White tied it up with 4 on sheet A. So again, they are tied now. And on sheet And then let's see, over on sheet C, the blue team now has 5. So it is 5-3. So again, looking at sheet D, again, this is the last throw for Team Purple for this 4th end here. Again, every other game in this 4th draw is in the 5th end now. Again, if you are just joining us, welcome. This is the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. Again, this is an all-women's Bonspiel, so we're thrilled to have you guys here on YouTube. Again, if you are cheering on or rooting for some person in particular, feel free to type in the chat. I would love to hear who you are rooting for. Okay, so again, we're looking at sheet D. We're looking at the purple team making their last shot for the 4th end. They did take out one yellow one, but there is still is one red one that's currently sitting shot for Team Brown. So probably not the most ideal shot that they were looking for there, but hey, that's okay. That's okay. Now, Team Brown is just looking to just sit and just draw one as close to the middle as they can, so that way they can score 2 this end. So after we're done looking at sheet D here, we'll rotate back to Cinco Rectangle so we can take a look at all of our games going on today. So there we go. We just had I missed the shot though, but just had final score for the 4th end here. So as soon as I have that score, I will update you on it. So we're just gonna go down the sheets over here on Cinco Rectangle, switch from sheet A over to sheet D, so from left to right on your screen. Looking like sheet A over here, we have Team White and Team Orange. Again, every game is now currently in their 5th end over here. So again, Team White and Team Orange, definitely the most exciting game out here because they are tied up. Pretty awesome over here. I'm looking in their house, so if you look on the very center left side of your screen at the moment, so they are currently sitting 2. It looks like they were trying to bring that to 3 with their last shot that they made. But yeah, Team White currently sitting, it looks like 2 based on my view. So, okay, pretty neat. Let's look at Team Team Tan and Team Gray over here on sheet B. It looks like Team Tan just making another shot right now. Coming into view. Just tipped one of the yellows out for Team Gray, but they were not able to sit either. So looking like the score currently in that house looks like Team Tan sitting at 1 right there. So we'll see what happens with Team B and how that one progresses then. Looking at sheet C. Again, they're earlier on in their 5th end. But it looks like a red team currently sitting 2 inside that house. So we are down to final skip stones on sheet B. So we're going to go ahead feature sheet B for you. Okay, this is the last rock for Team Gray over here, and the last rock on sheet B for the 5th end. Right through the house. So based on that, Team Tan will be taking 1 to bring that 6-3 going into the 6th end here. So we're going to take a look back at circle Cinco rectangle over here. So we are on to skip stones on sheet C, so we'll tune into sheet C in just a second for you guys here. Again, and then after sheet C, we'll go ahead and look into sheet A, and then followed by sheet D. So again, I'm just going to go across all the sheets real quick, and then we'll focus on sheet C, just so we can give you guys an update. Sheet A, it's looking like Team White currently sitting at 2 over there on the very left side of your screen. Possibly 3, depending on, there could be 1 touching there at the bottom of the house. So again, we'll just have to figure that one out as we get there. Again, sheet B just started their 6th end. Sheet C will be featuring just a moment, and sheet D on their 5th end. Looks like Team Purple just shot 1 through the house. In terms of scores in the house, it looks like Team Brown currently sitting at 1. So we'll go ahead and take a look at sheet C here for you guys. First skip stone for Team Red over here. Also, first skip stone for sheet A over here on Team White. So again, they just threw, so we'll bring you over to sheet A so we can see what this shot ends up being. Just not heavy enough. Just too light. Although it does look like they'll make a good guard though. I think they're probably looking for it to be a little bit deeper, because you still could feather behind and still hit your yellow stones there. But in terms of a guard, it's definitely going to make it harder for Team Orange to hit some of their yellow stones into the house. So Team White's doing a great job protecting that house. So nice job there. Okay, taking a look back at sheet C, it looks like Team Red again putting 1 in, although it looks like it just took a deep dive hit that Team Blue rock up at the front. So now there are currently 2 guards sitting at the front of, looks like that's one range, like a 1 guard. Take a look back at sheet A again. Looks like Team Orange making a shot here. This is their first skip stone. Flip you back over to sheet C again. We are gearing up in the hack for Team Blue's last rock of the 5th end for them. There you go, looking on sheet C. Again, looking to take out, and they did successfully take out. Now currently sitting probably 2. At least on my camera view, it looks like they're currently sitting 2 over there. So looking on sheet A again, Ann Pfeiffer. That was her last shot right there for Team White. So flip you back over to sheet C again. They're doing a lot of contemplating and thinking down there on the end. So, I mean, they do have a valid reason to do so. I mean, their sheet is definitely looking a little little crowded over there. So you want to zoom in, take a little bit closer look. A lot of complex shots. Looks like they're possibly going to do a takeout. It is unfortunate though that it's also closest to their rock. So, but I know we'll see what happens over here. So. Quickly looking over at sheet A over there. So again, this house is very crowded too. This is the last rock for this end, so we'll see what the score ends up being here. So it looks like there might be sitting 2, 3, sitting 3. I'm going to call that sitting 3 white. We'll wait on an official update on that one. And the official update is, yes, sitting 3. So they are sitting now 8. 8-5 over there on sheet A. So headed into their 6th end. So pretty nice job. Flip back over to sheet C again. It looks like I just missed that score. So sorry, you guys. We will see what that score ends up being. Get you back over to Cinco Rectangle. Before I get you back to Cinco Rectangle, I suppose you can see how much fun we are all having here. Warm room is super packed. Okay, I still do not have a score update for sheet C. But I will, as soon as I get one of those, I will report back. In just a moment, we're going to take a look over at sheet D. So before we take a look at sheet D, let's just go through all the sheets again. Sheet A and sheet C just started their sixth end. Sheet B, definitely looking a little complex in there. I do believe tan could be sitting 2. It's hard to tell though. Here, if we try and make that picture a little bit bigger. So we can see what it ends up being there for sheet B in terms of score-wise. Through the house, though, for those yellow rocks on for Team Gray over there. But it does look like there's just one for Team Tan, which is the red rock right there. So again, we are now finally on to skip stones over for sheet D on their 5th end. Every other game is currently in their 6th end here on the 4th draw for the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. Sheet C just missed a takeout shot, like millimeters missed. So again, we're going to go from sheet A to sheet D, and then by the time we get to sheet D, we will feature them because they will be on last skip stones. So, starting over with sheet A, again, they're on their 6th end. We do have a score update on sheet C, though. So they did score 2, Team Blue, so they are currently at 7. Anyways, back on sheet A, sorry about that. Team White currently has 8 points on the board. Team Orange with 5. Orange currently has Hammer on this end, so that's pretty awesome. Let's see what else. I'm looking at the house. Team White currently sitting 1 at this time. So again, Team White getting ready to deliver another one. Currently seeing the hack over there in the upper left corner of your screen. So we'll see what that ends up turning out to be. Sheet B and the 6th end. Tan currently sitting, let's see, it looks like just 1 for now. Let's see what this shot currently does. Sheet C, Blue currently sitting 1 in their house. Looks like on sheet B, Tan is just putting up a guard, possibly trying to, they're trying to outsit. That was a very nice shot. Trying to outsit the next closest Gray. So Tan is now currently sitting 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at sheet D now. Again, we are on final skip stones. This is the final stone for the Brown team over here with Red Rocks. Again, Brown is currently sitting 1 in this house for the 5th end. So we'll see how this ends up going and what happens here. And this team's led by skip Kathy Carson. still looks like purple team is currently sitting closer than that last shot made by Kathy Carson. We will see what happens here with Team Purple's last shot. So this will be the last shot on sheet D for the fifth end. Wow, incredible double takeout shot right there on sheet D. So Team Purple taken away to that end. So very, very nice shot over here as they move into the sixth end. Taking a look back out at Cinco Rectangle again. Oh, it looks like we do have a new viewer, so welcome if you're just joining us. This is the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. We are currently in draw 4 of the weekend. So we have about little over a half hour remaining in some of these games. So again, we are thrilled to have you guys join us here. Again, this All-American Bonspiel, this is an all-women's Bonspiel. So every team out here, only women. We are even featuring on sheet B a junior team. So all junior ladies out there. So again, pretty awesome. We're happy to have everybody out representing all these ladies coming with some great game representing Charlotte Curling and participating in this All-American Bonspiel. So again, this Bonspiel happens at any curling club who is a member of like the Women's Curling Association. So again, that's pretty amazing there too. So cool. So yeah, all games are currently in there in the the sixth end now. Looks like we are on to I missed the score on sheet B, so sorry about that, guys. Looks like we'll tune into sheet A very shortly here and sheet C. So we're going to take a closer look at A and C. So it looks like currently on sheet C, as we're approaching final skip stones, um, 1, 2, 3. Looks like Team Blue is currently sitting 3, which is pretty darn awesome. And they don't have hammers, so if they end up being able to score all those, they'll definitely be stealing, which is pretty cool. Looking at sheet A, it looks like Team Orange just coming with another shot here. I think they were trying to knock out Team Whites and take out Team Whites that's currently sitting on the left, or sorry, on the right side, in the center of the white ring there, but unfortunately not able to do so. We're gonna see what team looks like Team White does here. Curious to see how this happens. We're gonna flip you back over to sheet C so we can see. Um, Looks like this is the first skip stone for the red team here. Sorry about the delay there. I'm going to take it back to Cinco Rectangle so we can see what's going on here. It looks like on sheet A, Orange team scored 1, so they are now sitting at 6. And I do not have score updates from the other sheets yet, so I will be working on that. If you are just joining us, welcome to the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. This is draw 4 of the weekend of this all-women's Bonspiel. Again, we're going to have two more draws for you tomorrow. Draw 5 being at 9 a.m. and then the finals at 1 p.m. both Eastern. Again, we are thrilled to have you guys join us here. If there is some team that you are cheering on, again, we'd love to hear from you in the chat. Feel free to type it in. It looks like there's one team that just sorry, I just missed the score for Sheet C as well. Again, as soon as I have updates for you guys, I will be sure to let you know. So if you are just joining us, welcome to the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. This is an all-women's Bonspiel. We're even featuring a juniors team out here too. So again, pretty awesome to have all that going on. So this is our last draw for today. We're going to have two more tomorrow. We're going to have draw 5 at 9 a.m. and then we'll have the finals draw at 1 p.m. So again, pretty awesome to have that going on. I'm still waiting on score updates for sheets B, C, and D. So I for sure B and C are in their 7th end. However, I do not have a score update for you, so apologies regarding that. Sheet D is for sure in its 6th end, but again, I also do not have a score for them either. So again, still waiting on that as well. We do have all the scores updated for you guys now, so if you go ahead and take a look, we'll go through and just update you guys on each of the sheets. It looks like sheet B is furthest along in game progress, as they are on final skip stones over here. So we'll go ahead feature them for you guys, and then we'll move over to sheet A, and then D, and then C. So again, I'm moving you on over to sheet B. Just through the house. Through the house. Okay. So again, we'll just have one more stone for this seventh end for them over here on sheet B. Okay, again, this is the last rock for Team Tan over here on sheet B. Okay, we'll see what ends up happening over here as their rock's sliding down the sheet over here. Again, they're just trying to stay at one at this point, so... Sitting one. Look at that. Okay. So moving into their eighth end. Tan is now sitting 7 on that scoreboard. So nice. We're going to move on over to... We're going to move on over to sheet D. This is our last rock for the 6th end over here. Okay, here comes the last rock over here on sheet D by skip Kathy Carson. So unfortunately, yellow is taken away 4 that end, so that brings purple to 8. They're moving on to their 7th end. We're going to take you on over to sheet A now. Sheet A, we have Team Orange currently throwing their last rock of the 7th end here, so we'll see what happens here. Here it comes. Just ticks. Just too slow. That's okay, no worries. I know they're probably hoping for it to be a little bit heavier to sit behind that red one that's currently near the front of the house in the white ring, because if they would be then currently sitting one. So now we're up onto the last rock for Team White over here. So again, last rock for the seventh end for them right here. So let's see how this one ends up turning out here. Let's see. And just enough. Team Red taking away 3, so that brings it to 11. Really helps to have hammer, ladies and gentlemen. Really helps to have hammer. Okay, we're going to take you on over to Sheet C now. See how things are rolling over there. Actually, we'll go back to Cinco Rectangle first, so we can get a little status update. So again, we were just on Sheet A, so they are moving into the 8th end right there. Sheet B currently in their 8th end. Sheet C still in their 7th end here, although they're into first skip stones at the moment. So, and then Sheet D just started in their 7th end. So currently looks like if this purple team can sit in, although it looks like it's going to be swept out of the house. Swept out of the house there. So again, no score currently on Sheet D for the 7th end. So again, some pretty wild scores up there, as you guys can tell, especially Sheet A's score, 11-6. Whew. Again, we are on to final skip stones for Sheet C over here. This will be the last we'll focus in on, so we can zoom in a little bit. So last throw here for Team Red. Here we go, last rock for Team Red over here on the 7th end. See how this ends up playing out for them. Very curious to see here. So take a look at the top right corner of your screen. That is their house up there. So Again, if you are just joining us, welcome to the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. This is an all-women's Bonspiel, and there even is one juniors team out there too representing. So again, very, very awesome to see all these teams out here representing the ladies of Charlotte Curling Club. So pretty awesome. Looks like they just called it over on sheet C, so it looks like they will be three. I'm not sure why they're calling it though, because yeah, again, I'm not sure what's going on down there. So there was two red right there. So I'll bring them to 6. So and they just that is their final score there for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. So if we go back to single rectangle over here, we can keep an eye on all our teams. Okay, so we have a final score on sheet C now. Sheet D is still on their vice stones. I'm trying to, can't at the moment visually see. Looks like we're on vice stones as well on sheet A. We're on to skip stones for sheet B. So we'll take a look at A and B at the, they're pretty tied with D. I'll keep you guys on single rectangle so you can keep an eye on all your teams here. So if you were just joining us, welcome to the 2022 All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. This is an all-women's Bonspiel, which is pretty awesome. We even have on sheet B a juniors team out there too, so that is Team Gray, for those of you who are wondering. We are probably going to wrap up here in the next 10 minutes or so for this. So if you want to watch the last of the games here, this is the moment to be on here. Tomorrow, this is our last draw for today, so tomorrow we're going to have a draw at 9 a.m. Eastern, so that's draw 5, and then the finals will be taking place at 1 p.m. Eastern here on the Charlotte Curling YouTube channel. So if you're not already, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, and if you want to be notified when we go live tomorrow and in any future Bonspiels or league nights, you can go ahead and do that by clicking that notification bell. So again, ring that. You'll hear a little ring when you click it, telling you are now subscribed for notifications. So we'd love for you to do that as well. So again, super exciting day here at the Charlotte Curling Club. So we're just going to stay posted here and see how these games end up finishing out. So we're going to report the scores for you, and we can get you back to your regularly scheduled programming for your afternoons here. So pretty awesome to have all this on here. So it looks like B, we are on to our final skip stones over here. So we'll go ahead and take a look at sheet B for you guys. Here we go. This is the last throw of the game for Team Tan here as they're in their 7th end. Let's see where that ends up. Oh, right between. Again, they're just looking to draw. Unfortunately, not able to do so. So Team Gray is taking one there. We will see what Team Gray ends up doing for their final shot of the game today. So Ken making a lot of decisions over there. I can tell. See what happens over here for Team Gray. See what happens right here. See what Team Gray is able to do. So still taking only one there. So that is their final score. We're going to take you back over to A and D, the only remaining games happening on the ice currently. This is the last shot for D, so right, almost right on the button over there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that brings it to the end for them as well. So currently brown 5, purple 8. So that is the final score there. And sorry, I missed the score over there on sheet A. But they are also finished over there as well on sheet A. So we'll give you the view of our Charlotte curling going on as all the games now have officially wrapped up. So again, our winners of the day today, if we take a look, we have Team White over there with the Red Rocks on sheet A. Let's see if we can't find the scores for you guys. Okay, here we go. So we have sheet A over here with 11. Orange was 6, so White will be taking the win over here. Then we're going to have sheet B over here. The tan losing to team, or sorry, winning to Team Gray, 7-5. And then looking over at sheet C, we have 7. Blue is winning to 6. So again, blue will take the win over there. And then we're going to take a look over at sheet D then. So sheet D, again, purple taking the win over here against Team Brown. So again, really awesome game over here today. So it's been a pleasure having all of you tune in to the Draw 4 of the 2022 All-American Bonspiel here at the Charlotte Curling Club. I hope you all found it a very enjoyable game today. Anyways, we will see you then back here tomorrow for Draw 5 of this weekend's all-women's Bonspiel, located back here at the Charlotte Curling Club. Again, feel free to hit that subscribe and that notification bell so that you will be notified when we do go live. And then I hope you guys all have a great evening, and we'll see you back here then tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Take care, everybody, and have an amazing night.